11, 2025. Mental health is real. Seek help and the stigma. On the news this afternoon. Stakeholders speak on call for Governor Fubara's impeachment warrant of arrest on RISIEC chairman. Rivers Assembly begins move to amend RISIEC and local government laws. Political parties vow to participate in August 9th Rivers local government election. Governor Fubara, FCT Minister Wike meet at Presidential Villa. On the foreign scene, Ukraine launches attack on Moscow as talks to end war begin. I'm Ifechukwu Mwanyeli with the news. Now, a former Nigerian ambassador to the Netherlands and APC chieftain Orji Ngofa has challenged the Tony Okocha-led APC to specify the grounds for Governor Fubara's impeachment. Mr. Ngofa said this on Nigerian 4FM's Morning Crossfire while reacting to calls for the impeachment or resignation of the governor by the factional chairman of Rivers APC, Tony Okocha. Mr. Ngofa suggested that the FCT Minister Nyesom Wike should step down.
Has the governor done to warrant an impeachment or a resignation? Who should resign if you ask him? Perpetuating the same thing he complained about as governor. The Rivers State deserves peace.
He also described the Martin Amehula-led House of Assembly as conflict entrepreneurs, known for representing the interests of just one individual.
What idea is the Assembly pursuing? Whatever they are doing, in what way does it represent the interest of Rivers State? I have said that they are just conflict entrepreneurs perpetuating the interest of the FCT minister whose desire to take control of the resources of Rivers State. All of this is just back and forth movement to put our state into confusion and give the impression that the state is not functioning, which is not true. And so as Rivers people, we are discerning, we are informed, we have interest to see that the state is peaceful, is developed, and is properly governed.
Now, suddenly, this man of the Emeka Bekele said war arrest on men of the rest independent committee by the state lawmakers, while there is an existing court case, is anti-democratic and an insult to the judiciary. Mr. Bekele spoke to correspondent Yobi Oruwari.
Well prepared in order to turn out facts and figures. And the law says that you should at least give a 7 notables must learn to respect the principles of the separation of powers. You claim to be a Democrat on one hand, and you now begin to exhibit anti-democratic characteristics in another matter.
A lawyer, Vincent Chukwu, also spoke.
Arrest warrant issued pursuant to the powers conferred on the State Assembly to bring persons whom it has invited to attend. Having gone to court, that arrest warrant can no longer be executed until the court determines otherwise, and the court can as well set it aside, depending on the relief sought by the applicant. If the arrest warrant is being issued in an inappropriate manner, the court will set it aside and then also inquire into why it should not.
The RISIEC chairman is said to have dragged the House of Assembly to the State High Court in Port Harcourt, challenging his summons by the lawmakers. Meanwhile, at the resumed plenary on Monday, the Rivers State House of Assembly issued the arrest warrant for the RISIEC chairman and 4 other commissioners following their failure to appear before the Assembly. Earlier, 3 former members of RISIEC who recently resigned their appointment, Lasbury Nna, Professor Simeon Wele, and Ibirembo Thompson, appeared before the House. Now, they were grilled by the lawmakers on their various roles in RISIEC during the election. 2 of the former commissioners spoke to newsmen after the House sit-in.
The election that we conducted last was annulled by the Supreme Court of Nigeria. So I think I cannot be there again to keep deceiving myself.
I didn't want to go through the rigor to go through that hassle anymore.
Now recall that the State House of Assembly vowed to probe the conduct of Justice Enebeli regarding the conduct of the annulled local government election last year. It comes after Justice Enebeli fixed August 9 to conduct a fresh local government election in the state following the Supreme Court verdict that annulled the October 5, 2024 local government election conducted in the state. In the meantime, 3 bills passed through the first reading: RISIEC Bill 2025 and the River State Local Government Bill 2025. The plenary was held at the Assembly Quarters in Port Harcourt yesterday. Moving on, the Emeka Bekele-led APC in River State says it will participate in the August 9th, 2025 local government elections despite the challenges facing election will be held since there is overwhelming support from all political parties in the state.
Yes, I said we are going to participate, given the fact that we see this election is not on the election. And so we have participated in the last exercise, and flowing from that, we will continue to participate in order to make sure that there is a democratic governance at the grassroots level in Rivers. Election is not an event, and that process has commenced at initial.
Mr. Nwuju, while commenting on the report of the former governor of Kaduna dumping the APC, said politicians have value for party ideology since it does not exist in the nation's current democracy. He said politicians have no value for party ideology since it does not exist in the nation's current democracy.
People have choices to make in terms of the freedom of association according to our constitution. If Rufai moves away from the APC today, it does not also mean that people cannot join the APC when once all the factors are right. So in Nigeria, what we see is politicians moving according to the flow of their own personal interest. And I don't think Rufai's move is nothing new at all.
In a related parties back the conduct of the local government election to hold no matter the actions of the lawmakers.
With the powers to conduct elections at the local government level, came up with a timetable for the immediate conduct of another election. Having dissolved the previous election and the elected councillors and chairmen by the Supreme Court, it is very necessary that a new election must hold, and that is the spirit with which RISIEC have rolled out the timetable for the new election. So we don't have any fear because at the Inter-Party Advisory Council level, we agree that it is very necessary for a new election to be conducted.
Mr. Osaro, who said IPAC has no fear that the election date will not be affected, explained reasons the Commission has been empowered to go ahead with the election.
At the RISIEC level, if you carefully go through the law that established RISIEC, you understand the activities and functions of the body. I affect the business of the body. It will not. It is an institution, and the institution will
the lead of the parties they deal with.
And so if there is a valid court judgment from any court of law that stipulates that A is the authentic chairman of this party or B is the authentic chairman of that party, we as a body, we don't have any restriction whatsoever. We flow with the law. So it is left for RISIEC to know who they are, or the invitation has to be extended to validly recognized state chairman of political parties. State chairmen were formally invited to the flag of unveiling the timetable that took place recently. It is within the purview of RISIEC to do that.
Meanwhile, River State Governor Simi commissioning of the judges' quarters at OGRA Port Harcourt outside Riversport not about himself. Now still to come, Governor Fubara, FCT Minister Wike meet at Presidential Villa. Stay with us. Management Agency, RUWAMA, to quickly contain the stench from the waste dump site in the passing through Diobenikwere Airport Road.
I wish I be government, I will abandon that place. When I dey pass, I must cover my nose or I must always cease my breathing. Pass.
Ask for a lot of this. When you pass, they go airport is supposed to be like the whole center of everything. Because they pass one place where they say smell won't kill you. So if they can clear it out, it's actually make a lot of sense, and it will also safeguard people that are actually living within that environment.
Government should look for a place. That thing is an eyesore on an airport road. People you pick from airport, they are smelling that rubbish. It's not fair. They should look for a site inside that is not on this major airport road and recite the dump.
Visitors to court. They second element of the Eastern Remark made the song generally short in inspecting some federal project in the
much more than the works they have done since they started the project, and I'm happy with the quality of work that RCC is doing. The speed is awake. I have directed them by my observation, and I want the controller to note the existing shoulder has to be tested all throughout. If they don't test it,
so the contract opened up as an other road.
This road will be the last time we cast the concrete, open it, and divert the traffic.
Correspondent Shebi Oduwara reports that the Minister of Works, David Umahi, who said the road will last for more than 50 years after completion, asked the contractor to ensure they speed up the drainage work. And as he as he moves to the iftar is a regular tradition where the president invites special guests he deems necessary to break the fast. Among those spotted at the iftar dinner were Vice President Kashim Shettima, the Chief of Staff to the President, Femi Gbajabiamila, and several cabinet members. And now we move over to business. Some residents and business owners around NTA Apara Link Road in Obiakpo local government area have reacted differently to the renaming of interviews correspondent. Some of the respondents said it was unnecessary, but another respondent disagrees.
The road should continue answering the same name that it was bearing before, because it's already known to the whole wide world. And if you are changing it now, it will be very difficult. Like if you want to book a boat, for you to now direct it, they will be confused because they already know that this place is answering Apara Link Road.
It's not a bad idea for me if it's renamed though. It's gradually to get known. It's not a bad idea.
It's not naming the street is my problem. Now the safety of we that live in there. We need security. If they will give us gates, have a police post, I think it's preferable than naming. It's not secured. Late in the night they rob. Middle of the day where everybody has gone for school run is lonely. Those that sell small business, you see a guy pretended as if he's walking. When he notice left and right nobody, he will break out the gun and collect their money.
Now recall that the NTA Apara Link Road was renamed Chief Nyesom Wike Road by the representative of River State in the NDDC, Tony Okocha, during commissioning last week. The renaming of the road has since sparked reactions, as many believe that the renaming of roads is the statutory responsibility of the local and state government. And Iris Tyler among Africa stable buildings and temporarily shut down airports. Ukrainian officials say the drone attack should encourage Russian President Vladimir Putin to accept the proposal Kyiv plans to present at the Jeddah talks. Now that's a wrap of the news this afternoon. Before we go, let's have a look at the major stories. Stakeholders have reacted to call for the Assembly has begun move to amend RISIAC and local government laws. Political parties have vowed to participate in August 9th Rivers local government election. Governor Fumara FCT Minister Wike last night met at the presidential villa. And on the foreign scene, Ukraine has launched drone attack on Moscow as talks to end war begin in Saudi Arabia. The news was edited by Onyeka Chinwosu. To reach the news team, send an SMS or WhatsApp to 0808-721-7215. I'm Ifechukwu Moye. Many for listening.